but Paul is looked at as the superstar in this crop of interns.
Not to you, he's not.
Not to me. Yeah, to you guys. Not to me.
To a lot of people, Ron and Fez have picked out Paul. They don't like you. They don't want you around.
No, they certainly don't want me. Yes.
They don't want you making eye contact with Ron.
They don't want you in the building. When they're on the air. How is that?
Have Ron and Fez seen intern Scott? They don't know about him.
All right. Well, why don't you suggest that to Ronnie today?
But I'm not allowed to talk to him.
No, I just honestly, I just got an email from Ronnie, and he said the bid is going very well today. I could show it to you after the show. And Ronnie said, yes, no problem. Introduce me to Scott today.
Wait, on the air on his show?
Yes, during the first break.
And I know what
because Ronnie wants to make it like it's a surprise, too. So like they're going to be in the middle of something.
Okay.
It might seem important, but Ronnie's just waiting for that door to open and you to come in with Scott and introduce him.
Okay, if Scott can stay that late.
Yeah, we'll see if Scott can stay that late. Ronnie insists.
The problem with Ron and Fez, they know they're on thin ice.
Okay.
And they hear the David and Bobo show, and they understand the
Good.
fact that they now have competition. Do you understand that, David?
Yes.
So Ron and Fez know.
Yeah, you're going to walk in with Scott, all right?
Okay.
Let them get into a little bit of a flow because they're warming up, and then you barge through that door with Scott. Okay?
Well, aren't they going to cue me when to come in?
No, that's the beauty. It's got to be like a surprise.
If Sam's around, are you going to stay late today, Sam?
Maybe.
If Sam's around, he'll kind of cue you.
I don't like ruining
They're
a
not
bit
going to
like
say,
that.
here comes intern David from the Opie and Anthony show, and he has someone to introduce? No?
No, you're just going to kind of walk in.
How do I know when to walk in?
Someone will tell you who stays late today.
Sam will cue you.
All right?
Okay.
And hopefully Scott could stay.
Yeah, okay.
I was going to say we have a David update. We could do it now if you want. Get it out of the way.
Oh, my God.
David's not here for the people that hate David. There's a thing going on with David. People, I mean.
Is there? Yeah.
But this one there's no gray area. They either love him or hate him. There's no in between like, he's all right.
Whatever.
People get excited when he's on the air, and people go, holy shit, I can't take another David bit.
Yeah.
So we don't know what to do about that, to be honest with you.
We just keep fucking putting him right in your face.
But Sam, we got a David update. He's not here, but.
Right. But he did, you instructed him yesterday to go on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah.
Yes.
And introduce Scott, the new MVP intern.
Yeah.
Now.
Because he is the new MVP. He got the highest grade, right?
Yes, Scott got an A-.
A- from David.
See, but the thing is, Ron Bennington hates David.
Right.
No, because Opie got an email while the show was on that Ron said...
Anthony. You forgot about that.
Ron said he doesn't hate David anymore and he would like to meet Scott at some...
Yeah.
I believe that was an erroneous email.
Really?
Yes, because Ron is not a fan of David. And as a matter of fact, Ron never wants to see David while Ron is doing his program.
Yeah.
And Opie telling him to go in and not even ask about it. He said, Ron wants you to just barge into the show.
Well, I made it perfectly clear that give Ron a few minutes to just get into some kind of good conversation.
Yeah, conversation.
Because he likes to warm up before he really starts rocking on his radio show. And that would be a perfect time to get in there because then, Ronnie's, rocking on all cylinders.
Right.
Hence, actually interrupting probably a really good bit that he was in the middle of.
Interrupting Ron's train of thought.
I believe, you told him to wait until they pick up some steam so they can get the show going and then go in.
And then just open the door and come in with this new super intern. And probably the worst advice you could give young David because...
But he likes to listen to us, and I heard he did just that yesterday.
He did, because he was nervous about doing it. And none of us were going to be here because we all had to go to Sirius for a meeting. But before we left, and a bunch of the interns, we assured him, I told him, David, what you have to do, Ron and Fez don't like cues. Like, they don't like to do things, so there won't be a cue.
Yeah.
You just have to do this between 12:15 and 12:20.
To fly by to the seat of their pants kind of show. You just got to barge in.
And was he hiding?
And so he said, okay, yeah. And we told him he couldn't let Ron see him.
Right, so he was hiding.
So he was in the back.
The coast is clear. He doesn't have to see David.
Then Danny told him, David, when you go in there, you got to sell Scott. You have to make them know that Scott's the #1 guy. And he sat David down and told him to go on YouTube and watch old Jimmy Hart promos from WWF. So he knew how to sell someone.
Oh, shit.
So David said, okay.
So he was all set.
Yeah. So then we found out what happened was... David,
we have the audio, by the way.
Okay, I haven't heard the audio. You want to?
Well,
I'll explain what happened. David, he took one step in the door,
Well, do we want to play the audio first, and then you could go inside?
Let's hear the audio.
And then go inside the audio?
Yeah.
So, because that's the setup. So, David, all excited.
Yes.
He thought that I really got an email from Ronnie.
And he was getting ready to do the wrestling manager thing. Like, he was getting ready to go in and just, this is Scott, the new MVP intern.
Yeah.
I'd be more happy to see a home invader come through my door. He would be treated nicer than Ronnie treated David.
Yeah. And David's like, it's got to be true because Opie said he got an email from Ronnie, right?
Yeah.
All right. And this is what happened on the Ron and Fez show yesterday, noon to 3, of course.
I can't take it anymore, Fez. It's going on too long. You and that fucking witch doctor, psychiatrist have done nothing to get better. And you have now taken me to the point of aggravation. I can't put up with it anymore. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you.
I've had regressions, yes, I'll admit that. But,
You think I'm fucking around. You think that... What is he doing in here? Throw this motherfucker out! Throw this motherfucker out! Throw this son of a bitch out! Throw him out! Throw him out! Fuck out of here! We just threw out David, the O&A intern. He tried to come walking in here in a good mood.
He may need a new pair of Hagar slacks.
Jesus Christ.
What a good time to walk in.
Oh, my God. I know. Because Ronnie, it wasn't a happy break that Ronnie was doing anyway. He was like, not in the best of moods. And then David walks in.
You could hear him as he's walking in going, come in, Scott, come in, because Scott told me he was kind of hanging behind David.
Right.
And then once David stepped in and Scott saw Ron take his glasses off and look up and go, what the fuck are you doing in here? Scott just moved right back as if he was not involved. It's just David.
You could hear David going, Opie told me, Opie told me,
Right,
Opie told me in the background. Yeah. And Ronnie didn't hear that.
We do have one more clip. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, no. If you have one more clip.
Well, Paul the intern wants to jump in on this. Paul, of course, who Ron and Fez love. Paul, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, man.
The best part of the whole thing is Master Joe, as he's escorting David to the door, asks me to get David's stuff and take him downstairs.
Right.
When we get outside, he goes, well, I don't know if it was a bit or not, but I never got to tell Ron what Opie said.
Unbelievable.
What a dummy.
Yeah. Thank you, Paul.
Yeah, because
No problem. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Eastside Dave, David doesn't like to be touched.
Yeah.
Like, you can't even pat him on the back.
Yeah.
Eastside Dave picked him up and threw him out of the studio.
Oh, yeah. He
And
saw
then-
Dave's the enforcer.
Yeah, and then Master Joe came. I think this is what this clip is setting up. Master Joe came to physically remove him from the building.
All right. Hey, Davey boy.
Yeah.
Talk to Master Joe and have David the intern removed from the building.
You got it, boss.
Removed from the building and let David the intern know I'm taking this to the highest fucking place.
I will.
Let him know I have fucking had it, and this is going to the highest place that we have in XM. I always like treating people exactly the opposite as they're treated on the O&A show. Why? It confuses them. It absolutely confuses them. And then they think to themselves, what is reality?
And Master Joe finally got to throw somebody out.
Just a little look on his face when me and Dave bum rushed him. Dave, boy, that was the best. He looked like he was going to throw up.
He's quivering right now in the hallway, and he should be. He should be.
We didn't even give him a second's break. Is he out of the place?
Yeah, Joe was walking, and he said, but I need my jacket. And I said, you maggot interns, get him his stuff and bring it down to him, but he's out of this fucking building right now.
All I could hear was but Opie. But Opie. Over and over.
But Opie.
Well, I came over when I heard this happen to check on the situation. I talked to Master Joe, the security guard, about what happened, and he said that what broke his heart was David saying, but I didn't get a chance to... Opie told me to. And then he's like, David, I think you got to go, man. We'll take care of all this, when you're back on Friday, but don't worry. And David turned around and looked at Master Joe and said, but Opie wouldn't lie to me.
Oh, no.
And he just walked to the elevator shaking his head saying, oh, Opie wouldn't lie to me. Opie told me. I was just doing what Opie said.
Does he listen to the show?
Right. He thinks you would lie to him, Ant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Opie would not.
Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
Well, he's got it right. I think.
Yeah,
I think so.
I would absolutely lie to him.
Stephen S. from Bayshore. Hey, Ope, if it's not David's autopsy results, I don't want to hear it. So I guess he's not on Team David.
No.
Stephen S. isn't part of Team David?
Apparently not.
Huh.
Well,
very surprised by that.
Yes, very surprised knowing Stephen Bayshore.
That's really good. All right. Bravo.
Yeah.
And that's how it went down on the Ron and Fez show yesterday. Of course, noon to 3. Ronnie wasn't happy, huh?
No, he was not. He doesn't even. He starts shouting when David is just like there.
Yeah.
Like David
Yeah,
can be
behind
out,
the glass. He doesn't
outside.
like it.
Yeah.
So when David just walked in out of nowhere,
And they were having a serious moment on that show.
yeah, and you just hear, "Come on, Scott! Come on, Scott!"
That was no Ichiban or any of that crap.
No,
that was like,
Ichiban.
that was Ichiban. That was getting to some of Fez's stuff.
That was no old bored gossip
No.
segment.
No.
What is he annoyed that Fez is keeps regressing? Like, what's? I
guess he's just sick of Fez's therapist not to curing him or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
Why does Fez keep crying?
I don't know. I guess so. He sounded better recently than he has.
Jay Moore made him cry.
Yeah. Well, Jay Moore is a bully.
Oh.
To Fezzy. He is the bully. He's the playground bully, and Fezzy is the poor little chubby kid on the playground.
Oh, you're gonna make him cry.
No, I know they're going to play this now, and Fez is going to cry. But I don't mean that literally. I mean it figuratively. I mean it like it was probably in the old days when he was fatty pneumonia.
Oh, jeez, don't bring that up.
What are you doing?
No,
Fatty pneumonia. Why would they call him that?
Oh, they would call him fatty pneumonia.
Fez.
Why?
Anthony
Fez.
doesn't mean this.
This is I
doesn't
can't
mean
believe this.
Why would they call him that?
Well, because he was a chubby little
my
kid.
God, no, don't do this.
But it's way back in the days when he used to have to stand naked in the driveway after going to the beach, so he could be hosed off of the sand.
Oh, Fezzy,
and
take your
and
headphones
embarrassed
off.
in front of
No,
his
no,
entire neighborhood
Fezzy, turn
as
it
he
off.
stood there, and the kids called him fatty pneumonia
Oh, my God.
as he was being sprayed with a hose
God.
nude in his driveway.
I can't believe you're bringing this up.
Who would spray him naked? That's humiliating.
You know,
Yeah,
oh, no.
yeah, it's humiliating.
His family?
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
don't do this.
Yeah, to keep because he had sand, and they don't want sand in the house, and they didn't want little Fezzy, poor little Fezzy, dragging sand in the house, so they'd make him take his little bathing suit off and stand nude in the driveway as they hosed him
Oh
down.
my God!
Wow.
But that
It was
probably gave him-
probably very traumatic.
That probably gave him shame issues that he carries to this day.
He can't go into the bathroom here at the facility. He doesn't. He can only go to the bathroom at home.
Oh, God.
It's tragic.
No, turn off this
But-
tape.
This is
Ronnie,
not
don't
good.
do this.
Does
No,
he
no,
hate his,
Ronnie,
does he hate
turn
his
off
parents?
the tape. Ronnie.
That's probably something he's sorting
Ronnie,
out
you
with a
sick
therapist. I'm
Oh
not
my
sure
God.
of the
Turn off
details,
this tape,
but I would
Ronnie.
think there has
Ronnie.
to be some type of
Do the right
resentment
thing,
there.
Ronnie. Do the right
If you're
thing.
being if you're standing out in a driveway nude
If this is
while
still playing,
kids
Ronnie's a
taunt
sick
you
F. Ronnie, don't
as you're
do
being
this.
sprayed with a hose
Ronnie.
as a chubby little
You
child.
can stop this at any moment.
He was
any
probably
moment.
adorable as a little chubby kid.
Ronnie's
I'm,
still
I'm
listening
just-
to this,
I'm
Ronnie.
trying to be
Ronnie.
nice.
You go to the beach.
Oh, my God, Ronnie.
Yeah.
You want
are
to
a
have
sick
fun.
F.
Right.
You feel a part of.
Stop the
you
tape.
have
Yes.
a nice day at the beach.
Yeah.
And you come home where it's supposed to be safe,
I give up.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I give up.
and you're humiliated.
And they say I'm sick. Ronnie.
And you're
is a
humiliated.
sick
Yeah,
F.
yeah. Like,
Sick, Ronnie.
how could he then take the next time that he goes to the beach and go like, oh, wow, I'm going to the beach, I'm going to have fun, when all he's thinking is, I'm going to be little fatty pneumonia getting hosed down in the driveway. It's probably not a happy memory.
If the place you're supposed to be safest
Right.
is a source of humiliation and shame,
There's a problem there.
then how can, like you just said, you feel good about anything? Because the end of your day is always going to be there. So you could start
Yes.
off feeling good about yourself and having fun with your friends.
Yeah.
But if you're always going to think, like, I'm going to be called fatty pneumonia, that's a terrible thing to be
It's
called.
a terrible name. It's horrible. And Jay Moore is a bully when it comes to Fez because
Oh, my God.
he brings things up like this in a bad way. I bring it up to try to help.
Ronnie, I'm controlling your show now. Look, see, that's all you have to do. You turn off the mic, and it stops. See, it stops. You could have done this minutes ago.
See, I got
You
a
could've saved
button over
that.
here on my side, so I can just talk about anything as far as Fezzi goes.
All right, listen, Roddy, I tried. Now it's up to you to turn this off. I tried. I tried.
Skinny Sniffles turned it back on.
We got to take a break.
Fezzi knows I love him very much.
Oh, really?
He does know that.
Boy.
I wouldn't do anything to upset him. I'm calling out Jay Moore as a bully, and that's where I'll leave it. Nothing I said is anything that hasn't been brought out on the air and discussed. I was making light of it. I find it tragic.
He should be hugged. Fezzi probably likes to be hugged a lot.
I bet.
Fezzi probably likes the type
problem
of
is
hugs.
who's hugging him.
He probably likes the hugs where his arms are straight down. Like, you hug somebody and they're so sad they don't even hug you back.
Yeah, they can't even hug back. It's just this straight
Their
arm
arms
down.
are just kind of straight down, and you're hugging around their arms.
And you feel
too.
a little sigh.
Fatty pneumonia is horrible. I've never heard that before.
The song's fantastic. It's
a good song.
Yeah.
Do we have that song?
Oh, I'm sure they do.
We could go to break with that
Fatty
song.
pneumonia.
Oh, we'll go to break with that.
Yeah.
Fez.
Ron and Fez, noon to tree.
Yes.
Noon to tree.
Think someone abused him?
Noon to tree.
I don't know.
That's up to them to discuss.
For family to be comfortable with nudity like that is not healthy.
Right.
Well,
That's
not
what I
healthy.
think, but I'm not making any. I'm not
sure,
the
I don't know.
therapist. I'm not making any. I don't know.
I'll sit down with him.
Yeah,
let's play the
that'll
song.
help.
People want to hear the intern Dave getting kicked out again.
Yeah.
We'll do it after the break. We'll give you one more play at that because they're saying it's amazing.
And this is the story. So if you want to catch up, Jim, on fatty
boy.
pneumonia.
Okay.
Ronnie wouldn't still be playing this tape, would he? He's not that sick, is he?
I hope not.
He went to break by now, right?
For
I would
Fez's
hope.
sake.
He
Yes,
wouldn't
for
actually
Fez's sake.
keep this going as we play now
No.
the song.
I
right?
guarantee you will not hear this on
This
the Ron
part?
Fez show. No, by this time.
Because Ronnie does
it's
care
over.
about Fez
Yes,
enough to stop this tape.
Absolutely.
Does Fez
There's
get-
no way we're still on the Ron and Fez
No,
show. with
no.
this.
Does
All
Does he
right,
get
good,
sad
good.
when people still call him fatty pneumonia?
Oh my God!
Yeah, and
Yeah,
the
he
chubby
gets-
thing, too.
You don't know what he's going to be
Thank God
sensitive
Ronnie
about
stopped the tape a while ago.
on
so.
any given day. Like some days it's fine to talk about something.
Oh, my
Other
God.
days, not so much.
So he was probably
So-
a chubby kid. He was probably teased a lot.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, that's been brought up on the
That's
show,
sad.
so I think that's fair. An assessment of what did happen back in his past.
Hey, David, we haven't talked to you since you got bodily removed from the facility the other day.
No, we haven't. That's true.
What happened, David? What happened?
What
It
happened
didn't-
is on Wednesday.
Oh, Uncle Paul.
On Wednesday, you told me you requested for me to go in at 15 to 20 minutes after the Ron and Fez show started.
Right.
To go in there.
Right.
Because they liked intern Paul.
Right.
But I fired intern Paul.
Right.
And I chose Scott as my favorite intern. So you wanted me to introduce Ron and Fez to intern Scott to see if he would be a suitable replacement for Paul, who got fired.
And you did everything we said. You hid, so Ronnie didn't
Yes, I
see you
hid.
because Ronnie
I
doesn't
hid.
like seeing you. But
Yes,
we got
me and Scott hid. Yes,
we
correct.
got the special email from Ronnie going, let David bring in the superstar brand new intern there.
Yeah.
So you
Yes.
guys hid in the back office, and then about 15 minutes into the
It
show,
was like 16, 17 minutes, yeah.
you barged into the Ron and Fez show,
Me
right?
and Scott barged into the Ron and Fez show, yes.
And just in case you did not hear, we're going to play it one more time to wrap up all the stuff we did this week.
Okay.
Here's David bringing in intern Scott on the Ron and Fez show. It was terrific.
I can't take it anymore, Fez. It's going on too long. You and that fucking witch doctor, psychiatrist have done nothing to get better. And you have now taken me to the point of aggravation. I can't put up with it anymore. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you.
I've had regressions, yes, I'll admit that. But,
You think I'm fucking around. You think that... What is he doing in here? Throw this motherfucker out! Throw this motherfucker out! Throw this son of a bitch out! Throw him out! Throw him out! Fuck out of here! We just threw out David, the O&A intern. Tried to come walking in here in a good mood.
He may need a new pair of Hagar slacks.
Wow, that didn't go as well as I thought it was going to go. Oh, what, someone in front of the camera? What happened?
No, you're right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what were you thinking when he was yelling at you like that?
I was thinking that I had every right to be in there because you.
Oh! No, he'll explain, Anthony. He'll explain. Go ahead, David.
Because Opie, you said that you you exchanged emails with Ron, and Ron said it was a good idea.
That's right.
For me to go in there and introduce him to Scott.
Right, I got an email.
So if Ron wanted me to introduce him to Scott, why did he kick me out all of a sudden?
It's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, it is. Why would he say one thing and then change his mind?
Well, Ronnie's got this thing, or he thinks thinks who the fuck he is.
Yeah. We got a little more audio from the incident.
Hey, Davey boy. Yeah. Talk to Master Joe and have David the intern removed from the building.
You got it, boss.
Removed from the building, and let David the intern know I'm taking this to the highest fucking place.
I will.
Let him know I have fucking had it, and this is going to the highest place that we have in XM. I always like treating people exactly the opposite as they're treated on the O&A show. Why? It confuses them. It absolutely confuses them. And then they think to themselves, what is reality?
And Master Joe finally got to throw somebody out.
Just a little look on his face when me and Dave bum rushed him. Dave, boy, that was the best. He looked like he was going to throw up.
He's quivering right now in the hallway, and he should be. He should be.
We didn't even give him a second's break. Is he out of the place?
Yeah, Joe is walking, and he said, but I need my jacket. And I said, you maggot interns, get him his stuff and bring it down to him, but he's out of this fucking building right now.
All I could hear was butt Opie. Butt Opie.
That's the best.
And there you go.
But Opie.
I don't know what happened, David. I got the email. I thought I was doing the right thing. And next thing you know, you got kicked out onto the
Yes,
sidewalk.
that's correct.
You were bushwhacked.
And they didn't even get to. They didn't even notice that Scott also walked in the room. They could care less that Scott walked in the room.
No way.
They didn't even notice. Scott walked out of the room fine. They didn't even
That was
attack him.
That was the whole reason.
I know. They didn't even get to see Scott, or they didn't even know that he walked in the room.
I'll bet you that's why. I guarantee you that's why they threw you out.
Yeah.
They probably didn't see Scott.
Yeah.
And they thought you were there to fuck with him
Patty's not.
instead of realizing that you had a reason to be there.
You should probably have Scott walk in first, and then you walk in behind him,
Yeah.
and then they'll know why you're in there.
Yeah.
Because Ronnie probably thought you were blowing off what he
Yeah.
wanted you to do, which was introduce him to Scott.
Well, I still wanted him to meet Scott.
Well, we're going to work that out.
We'll work
How
it
is
out.
Scott here
how would that
today?
work? Yeah, Scott's here.
All right, we're going to work something out for the Ron and Fez show.
But how would I do it without him getting pissed off at me?
I'll tell you how.
I know. I know. They like
He
food.
said for me not to be in the building.
Listen to
when he
me.
is.
They like food. Ronnie loves his food. We got to figure out what Ronnie really likes to eat, and you walk in with the food. How is he going to get mad if you're holding his favorite
He
dish?
said when he's in the building, I can't
No,
be in the
no,
building.
No, it has nothing to do with
Or
that.
how about a fine cigar?
Fine cigar.
Ronnie enjoys a fine cigar.
A nice Tipperillo?
Yeah.
Fucking A, he loves those.
Yeah, you got to have something that kind of breaks the ice. So if you got
Pink
the
tip white owl. That is a kid.
little
That
stupid
joke is a kid. What are you smoking? A pink tip white owl? Get it? It's a dick.
I actually didn't get that. That was a real
Oh
cigar.
no!
Who
Of course
knows-
not. It's a big cock.
Who knows what Ronnie likes to eat?
Well, I mean, he loves a lot of different things. He loves.
All right, let's figure out what he likes. We're going to get that, and we're going to try this again today, David. And if you break the ice with food and like Ann said, a nice cigar, I think we're going to have better results.
Yeah,
today.
that's-
Is Scott going to come in too, or just me?
No,
Scott will
comes
be
in
as
too.
well.
Scott's got
No,
to
don't
be,
worry.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
first
We'll
one.
figure it
in.
out.
We'll send David to there's a very nice newsstand downstairs. We'll get Ronnie a very nice cigar.
Yeah.
And we'll have him present.
And some olive loaf. He loves
know-
olive loaf to eat.
Make sure
Oh, yeah.
it's a good one that you know Ronnie's
We'll get
gonna
the best.
really
We'll get
like.
the best
Do you
one
know-
that they have there.
But what does he like as far as food? I don't know if the cigar is going to quite do it. We need a few things.
nice pizza pie, maybe some pastries
All right, we'll
or
figure it
something.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll figure out what Ronnie
It'll
likes.
work out. Don't worry
Don't
about
worry
it.
about
Just
that.
enjoy
All right,
today's
try that
show.
again. Very good news. Scott in Virginia. Ron loves the all-veggie sub from Subway.
All
So,
right.
David,
Yep.
a cigar and an all-veggie sub from Subway. You hide, and we're going to try the Scott thing again.
It's a peace offering.
When do I walk in? Like same 15
Same
minutes?
thing, but
15,
you got.
20 minutes.
But now you
But
got the
not
icebreaker. You got to. I mean, before he gets really excited and runs after you, you got to yell, "Hey, Ronnie! I got you a peace offering." All right.
But last time, the exact second that I walked in, he got mad. The
I
exact-
but the
understand.
thing
That's
is, you
why
had
we
a
go
right
with
to
the
be
food
there.
and the cigar, my friend.
So I got to like present. Show
Yeah.
him.
Yeah,
hold
hold
it out
it.
in front of
Peace offering.
Yeah.
Peace
peace
offering.
offering.
Peace
Just-
offering.
Just scream peace offering. Peace
Just
offering.
scream
Okay.
peace offering.
All right,
if you
veggie
got-
sub and a cigar.
You
He's
had
a
a right to be
sensible
there.
man.
Yeah.
You got to tell him you got a right to be there too, because he might think that you're fucking around, but you know you have a right to be there.
Yes, I certainly
I'll
do.
talk to this Ron Bennington. He seems like a reasonable fella.
But you got to say I got a right to be here. You got to he'll
Okay.
listen to you. But you got to say I got a right. Don't be a dick about it.
How do I start it? I open the door, and what do I say right
You
away?
hold your stuff.
Right.
And he might not say anything. Just go here, Ronnie.
Yeah.
The peace offering.
Yeah.
If he gets loud, because again, sometimes he does think who the fuck he is. You
Yes.
got to say, I got a right to be here. And then he'll go, what do you mean?
Yeah.
And then you'll show him the peace offering, and he'll go, what is this? It's like a way to engage conversation.
And then all of a sudden it'll turn into like, hey there, Fez, look what David
Right,
brought.
he
us,
brought a
little
peace offering.
for
Yeah.
Fez. Oh, cigars, I love the cigars. I love the veggie sub from Subway
we know,
sandwiches.
We know we can work this out with Ronnie. We know.
I want to, yes.
We will.
But you got to, again,
We will,
You got to
today.
be
Today's
strong
the
without
day.
being rude. Don't
Right.
be rude.
There's
to
got to be
them.
peace between the shows, and you're really the only thing right now that's keeping that from happening, and we don't
Right.
want it to get worse.
I agree with that.
So it's got to be remedied. You know
Okay.
that.
I know.
You know that.
All right.
Just to end the bit, remember on Friday we had intern David walk in on Ron and Fez again?
Oh my God, I didn't hear that.
Oh, then it's worth playing. Let's
didn't.
get this out of the way. We could do this before the break. How do we set this up? We've been sending intern David into the Ron and Fez show because Ronnie just dislikes David tremendously to the point where David's not even allowed to be in eyesight of Ronnie when Ronnie's doing the Ron and Fez show, right?
Right.
And we told him walk in, and it didn't go well whatsoever. So then we told him he needs to walk in with a peace offering.
Right.
That's what happened. You guys got a nice sandwich for him and everything.
Well, we set him up with a sandwich.
Yeah.
I think like a Philly Blunt cigar and a megaphone. We gave him Ant's old megaphone.
Okay.
Not the new one.
Yeah, because we said, look, you got to get his attention right away. And when Ronnie starts freaking out, right? Yeah.
Right. So we sent in David with the sandwich and the cigar in one hand.
Yeah.
And then the megaphone in the other hand, so he could shout "Peace offering, peace offering."
Wait, so the sandwich was a Subway veggie sub?
Yeah.
Does Ron like those?
Yes, and we opened
He
it.
does like them?
I think so. I don't
You
even
should have
know.
got him when he hated. I thought he hated. He shouldn't get him when he should have got him tuna or something he
Wow.
hates.
Trust me.
Oh, okay.
It worked.
It worked.
It worked. It wasn't about liking or hating the sandwich. You'll see.
okay.
So, yeah, get his attention. When Ronnie starts freaking out, peace offering, peace offering. Don't get mad. Look what I got for you, Ronnie.
We waited until he was not taking phone calls. He was in the middle of a conversation with Fez.
Yeah.
Then that would be the perfect time.
Oh,
to
you
send
guys sent him in.
All right, here's how it went down on Friday, in case you missed it.
Fez,
What?
Mira.
I am not a butterface.
Listen, I know a retarded person.
You fucking easy, Dave. Easy, Dave.
2 days.
Hello.
2 fucking days.
All right, David, take it easy.
That's right.
What? This is David from the O&A show, and you came in here with what?
I came in here to try to make a peace offering and to make things right between me and you.
We're back live. What?
Make things right between me and you. There's no way.
I like how you said Dave tried to intimidate him and said 2 fucking days in a row, and Dave said, "That's right."
Oh, he did.
That's right.
That's right.
Now,
Dummy.
I think we're fast forwarding to track 5. Jeremy calls. What's this
Oh
about?
yes, well,
Help me through this because I didn't get to hear this unfortunately on Friday.
Ron told him because last time they just threw him right out the second he walked in.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Eastside Dave was ready to do that again, but Ron said, "Keep him in here. We're getting Jeremy Coleman on the phone. We're taking this to the highest level.
Yeah.
It's one of the VPs over at
Yeah.
Sirius XM.
Yeah.
Jeremy Coleman." And then they said, "Okay, we have Jeremy Coleman on the phone."
Jeremy?
Ron and Fez.
Ron Bennington here. I hate to bother you during the show.
No problem. Bladder said you wanted to talk to me. What's going on? By the way, you guys are fantastic. I'll tell you what. You've been doing
That's
some
not
great stuff
Jeremy
with the
Coleman.
show.
What did you just say?
Fez.
I said you've been doing some great stuff with the
hold
show.
on.
I really,
Hold on.
really appreciate
Hold
everything
on.
you're doing.
Dave,
Yeah.
take this kid out and take him down the fucking street.
That wasn't Jeremy Coleman. That was Fez. I heard his voice.
I'm taking you down there right now.
There you go. So,
So yeah, David figured it was indeed Fez.
yeah.
At that point, Ron Bennington decided to go with the tried and true method of physically removing him.
Physically throwing him out.
Well, I think Fez blew it.
The clever ruse didn't work, so.
I think Ron was quoted saying the old Fez would have been able to pull off a Jeremy Coleman voice.
Oh. Sure, Fez was very happy to hear that.
Did that lead to another crying episode?
It might have.
All right. Well, then it escalated to track 6 there, E-Rock. Let's play this.
Take him to the fucking office.
You can have your
to
sandwich
the
and your
corporate
cigar.
office.
Get that.
Come here.
right.
Take that fucking sandwich and wipe it down his fucking chest.
Come here.
Wipe it down his fucking
Come here.
chest.
Come here. Come here.
Wipe it down his chest for him.
It's on your chest.
Don't get it on my.
Let's go.
Get it on my shirt.
This is not a joke.
Take him out of the fucking building, introduce him, and say if he's in here again, during this fucking show, I'm going to fucking and come here, kid. Come here.
What? Look at Mr. Bennington. Look
Am I going to see you again in here?
No, never.
Are you going to see me?
No, never. I'm gonna leave at 12 every day that I'm here for the internship. I'll leave at 12.
You're not. You don't have an internship. You don't have an internship. You've destroyed a broadcasting school that's been around.
Me? I destroyed it?
Yes.
How did I destroy
Because
it?
you're fucking bad luck schlep rock.
Schlep rock. The sounds of the all and no that was going on in the bed. That was the sound of a condiment-heavy sandwich being smeared on David's face.
No.
That was the sound of mustard on his glasses lens and mayonnaise in his hair. And,
No.
We go to track 7, the $30 cigar.
Oh, yes, this is when they mentioned the cigar that David had brought in.
Well, yeah, the big peace offering.
Look at you sitting there with mayonnaise on your face.
Well, that's because he took the sandwich.
This is funny. He gave you a Philly blunt. A man.
Oh, is that right?
That's the big joke too. He knows you like cigars, so he gives you a Philly. This is.
Oh, his funny fucking
this
show
is
today.
nuts.
That's a $30 cigar. It's very expensive. It's a good cigar.
Look at that camera.
It's a good cigar.
All right, Dave. Now you're now this is turning into jail rape. You know what? Maybe he needs a jail rape. Is that what you're here for?
Pull your pants down.
No, that's not.
You
what
want
I'm
a
here
jail
for,
rape?
no.
You want a jailhouse rape?
No.
What the hell, man?
Is that a good cigar, a Philly blunt?
It's not the best. No.
However, one step above the old white owl.
They're just made for peeling, taking apart, and using the outside to make blunts with.
Yeah.
Marijuana cigarettes.
I love the sound of David in the background.
In David's defense, he was told that it was a $30 cigar, so that's why he went in defending that he had.
Really? He had no idea that was a cheap cigar?
Is it a cheap cigar?
Oh,
he was told it was $30.
One of the other interns actually purchased the cigar.
Of course.
It's nowhere near $30. Go to track 8.
I miss him now that he's gone now. You feel like, yeah, the kid was. There's something about him. It's just lovely. Something about him I just get the biggest kick out of.
Smells like sandwich in here.
Get him back in. Get him back in.
Bring him back in.
Yeah, just for a second. Here's Ed. Ed, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Hey, Ronnie. Typical Jew boy. Give you a cheap cigar. Could have went for a more expensive one.
What are you going to do? He's just a kid.
Yeah.
We want you back in. You're fucking interrupting.
What, wait a minute. What is he doing? What is he doing in here?
What the fuck?
David, how many times did I tell you? How many times did I tell you?
learn.
What
Get
are
the
you?
fuck out of here! It's not a fucking comedy bit, Dave. Yeah, everyone laugh. Keep
What is-
laughing.
I like when you pit bull for me, Dave. I like when you pit bull for me.
Oh, my God. Ronnie's inviting him in just to throw him out again.
Just to throw him out again.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like watching somebody abuse a dog.
Right.
Like, come here. No.
Right. All right, and then this.
Come on, we
What is he doing in here? What is he doing? Get him out! Get him out!
That's straw.
I hope he comes back.
So obviously he just kept playing the same gag.
Well,
Or
yeah.
he kicks him out and then invites him back in.
He did it about 4 times.
Yeah.
What you can't hear in the audio is what happened outside the studio. David realized that he was just going to be thrown out again by the last time.
Yeah.
So he was out in the hallway, and Eastside Dave said, "We need you one more time." And David said, "No, I'm not going back in. No, they're just going to throw me out. No." So E-Rock came behind David and physically pushed him from the hallway to the studio door. David put his arms out at the studio door so he couldn't be in. E-Rock chopped his arms down, pushed him into the studio, at which point they threw him out. And David freaked out, lunged at Eric, raised his fist like he was going to punch him in his face.
Wow.
And then settled down and just walked out and said, Eric, you.
Wow.
I've never seen him
violence.
so
All right. The final bit of audio from intern David walking in on the Ron and Fez show on Friday.
I hope he gets back in here. Because there's something about the kid I just adore. You know what I think it is?
What's that?
It's the fact that he's got some kind of a want and a need.
A persistence.
Ford, you're on the run. What is he doing in here?
How many fucking times? How many times, David?
I'm trying to do a show.
What are you doing? Goddamn doing a show here?
They just tormented the kid.
Ron Fez's Dave is hysterical.
Oh, yeah.
He just lunges at him with that voice.
At that point was the point that David raised his fist to E-Rock and then marched out of here, and I had to find him down in the subway station to make sure he wasn't going to come back here and murder his rage.
Or jump in front of a train.
Yes.
I think that I think we need to try one more time.
That might be a good idea.
Can we get? I know it's past St. Patty's Day, but can we get a bagpipe band to lead David into the Ron and Fez show?
Good idea. My God, no.
Can we get a bagpiper to lead David into the Ron and Fez show?
That would be. I mean, Ron loves bagpipe music.
Because I don't think David has been properly heard by Ronnie.
No, I think he hasn't gotten a chance to get his point across.
And a bagpiper or bagpipe band would certainly drown out Ronnie, so poor little David would be able to say what he wants to say to Ronnie.
Finally get his words out.
Right? What do you think?
I think it's a great idea.
Do you?
I think so.
If a bagpiper could get a hold of us, we really could use one.
And I think Ron's always loved bagpipe music.
Really?
So that would be a very nice piece.
Wow, look at that
That's
coincidence.
handy then. Sure.
David, people hate you on the radio, but really quickly, how did it go Friday?
Not very well.
No?
Not very well.
Did they really smear the sandwich in your face?
Yes, they really did that. Eastside Dave did, yes.
Man, I don't know what's going on with those guys, because they seem to be open to this whole peace offering thing we tried to do Friday.
And then what happens?
Yeah.
They didn't take too well to it. Eastside Dave smeared the sandwich on my face. I got mayonnaise in my hair.
Oh, no.
Really?
Mayonnaise was all in my hair. I had to go take a shower when I got home.
Did E-Rock lick it off like a cat?
He wanted to, yeah.
I think the main problem is that Ronnie, I think, honestly, is afraid of Eastside Dave. Dave's a weird guy. He's like what happens is Dave gets very possessive and territorial, and like Ron will say, 'cause I heard the audio, and Ron will say, hey, get him in here. And Dave just fucking freaks out because Dave's whole gig is he wants Fez out of the picture. And he wants to be the controlling guy in that show. So you're another guy coming in, and he sees that as some kind of a threat to him. And Ron doesn't know how to tell Dave to back off, so he goes with it. That's happened with other shit, too.
Yeah.
Yep.
If we get a bagpipe guy, would you try one more time?
I'm willing to try. I want to try to make up with this guy. I don't want to be on his bad side.
I mean, if we get, that a bagpiper will drown out Ronnie, and then we could finally.
How are we going to get a bagpiper? Wow.
I don't know. There was one at F.H. Riley's that wanted to come in here and do something. We didn't get a hold of him in time.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we'll get one.
All right.
All right. Thank you, David.
Sure, you're welcome.
How do we put out an ad for a bagpiper? Do you play an instrument that no girl will ever fuck you because you play?
All right.